Hello guys and gals of the internet, I'm Mr. Mikhails of YouTube and Twitch TV, and today has a weird sense of deja vu to it. Just last year, I actually played through Devil May Cry 5 as I was in the midst of a Devil May Cry marathon that actually started in 2019, but I didn't get to play Devil May Cry 5 until around the end of 2019-2020, and that playthrough actually finished last year. And it was actually my first playthrough and my first videos from the place I was living in previously. Here we are, a little over a year later, we're playing Devil May Cry 5 again as some of the first videos I've done from the place I'm living in now. What a weird irony that is. What a weird sense of deja vu, but there is some noticeable differences. As opposed to this one, we're actually playing the Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. That was actually released on the PlayStation 5, and that's two noticeable differences right there. We played the original game on the PlayStation 4 version, and this is the biggest difference of all, we're actually going to be playing the Vergil story this time around. That was one of the features of the Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Now, this is actually a launch title for the PlayStation 5, I believe, and the Vergil story has actually come out on the PC version, but the special edition here on the PlayStation 5 actually has some features that aren't in the PS4 or PC versions. I think I'm not really sure about that, but I think there is some things missing from the PC that are only in this version of the game. So yes, I've bought the game again. But to be quite honest, I was always going to, knowing that Vergil was in it. I loved the main story of this game so much anyway that it was definitely not going to be a waste of money. So the big difference here is we're obviously playing the Vergil story. We've already played the main story on the channel before, so there's no real need to cover it again, even though I would love to, because I just love that story. But this will be subject to what happens at the end of the game. I loved the game so much that I was actually very tempted to do a Son of Sparta difficulty run of the main story. I might still do that should Son of Sparta unlock at any point. I'm not sure if it'll unlock at the end of Vergil's, because I'm fully expecting Vergil's story in this to really not be anything drastically different to the main story. I'm expecting it to be the main story missions as Vergil with all the story cut out and all the cutscenes. Because to be honest, Vergil really doesn't become a pertinent point in the story until the last 2-3 missions of the game. He's there throughout the game, but the Vergil we're about to play as, like with the character model and the sword and the upgrades and abilities and all that, he doesn't really become a permanent part of the game until the end of the game. As what you see, basically. So basically, Vergil doesn't really feature until that point. So I'm expecting the Vergil story not to really be a story as such, but just to replay all the missions for the main story as Vergil, probably with hopefully a nice twist at the end, where we take on Dante as Vergil in Mission 19, and Nero as Vergil in Mission 20. I really actually can't wait for that. That actually kind of excites me and gives me a nice buzz in my stomach just to do that, because Nero is my boy. So yeah, really looking forward to that. But we'll have to see. But yeah, Vergil is one of my favourite characters in the series. I couldn't pass up getting this version. I was going to get it anyway, with all the stuff added to it, and Vergil, and I was probably going to play it for trophies. And basically, DMC5 is my favourite in the series, so I couldn't pass it up, even though I am buying the game again. I think I got it for a discounted price because I used PSN credit for pre-ordering it at a game store that gave me an offer of PSN credit, PS Plus for an added year, and a t-shirt and cap, which I got, which are pretty neat. So that's the sub. Always do it a little bit to the left so you can barely see it. I would say there. So this is very yeah, I can barely see that. So the tutorial display. Now I'm thinking turn this off, but I haven't played Devil May Cry 5 since last year. Basically, because when the PS5 was announced and this was announced with it, I've basically just been waiting for this version. I might just get it on the PC anyway at some point. I may just get it because I just love this game so much, but we'll probably save that for another time. I'm going to turn them on for now because Vergil might have something different to Dante Nero V, because that was one of the great things about the main story, was that you actually got to play through 3 different people who had 3 different play styles. So with that in mind, I'm expecting Vergil's story to be a lot more repetition based, because you're only playing as the one dude as opposed to 3. But Vergil's cool. His music is insanely good. It's probably one of the best character themes ever, and you get to hear it because of the dynamic theme, so I don't think I'm going to get tired of it anyway. So you need to press a button to start or continue playing after loading is completed. Now that is off by default, so I'm guessing because it's off by default, that means if I turn it on, it might skip jumping to the customization screen and straight into the next mission. Which I don't want to do, because I'm going to want to buy like orbs to increase my health and double trigger and buy skills, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to disable turbo mode as well, because there is a run fast upgrade that you can buy. Temperature monitor must support a refresh rate of 120 Hz or higher, which my monitor does, but I can't enable it. Huh. That's weird. I mean, it doesn't really matter because, you know, the RE engine is on par with Naughty Dog in terms of graphics anyway, so I'm not really worried about that too much. But yeah, I think I know why that is the case, because I haven't got it plugged into... Yeah, that is weird. I think I might know why it is, but I'll have to test that out. I don't want to do it and then it really mucks up the video, because I think one thing that I have noticed is you probably... Yeah, I don't know. I'm just waffling. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we'll have it off. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to disable the ray tracing, and the reason I'm doing that is because I don't have the 4K Pro Mark II capture card. I have the HD60S capture card. So if I was to turn ray tracing on, it might muck up the video a little bit. So I think for the sake of for the risk of not having it muck up, we're going to turn the ray tracing off, and I'll experience that at a later date. Network will have on. Communication data will be shared except when playing as Vergil. That makes sense. Matchmaking will also have auto transitioning enabled. Matchmaking will be disabled in Legendary, Dark Knight, and Turbo mode. So we turn that off for network. Weird. I could probably understand why to a degree, sorry, because that makes sense, but we're not really going to experience the network anyway, but I'll leave it on. And when I do my Son of Sparta difficulty run of the main story, which I'm very eager to do, and we might do that on stream as well. Whether I'll record it, probably not, because I'm not very good with high difficulty settings, so I think that'd be a fun stream experience where we can just chill and not have to worry about high level gameplay, because I'm not good at this game. I love the game, I'm just not very good at it. I've seen videos and montages of people doing crazy shit, and it's like, I only wish I could do that. Any information received from other players that contains content not available in your game, such as character costumes. We're going to turn that off. Data received from other players will not be filtered. Content not available in your game may be revealed, such as character costumes. We're going to turn this off, because I already know from the main game. I'm not spoiling anything for myself, I've already played it, so we're going to turn that off. Legendary Dark Knight is actually a mode that is already unlocked, so Son of Sparta probably will unlock at the end of the main game. Yeah, because I'm sure there is a Son of Sparta difficulty. I'm not sure if it'll unlock at the end of Vergil's or not, but if not, I can do the main story and then come back on stream and do the run, and I won't care, because I love playing this game. So we're gonna go Devil Hunter. This is function. No, we're gonna turn that off. And now we're gonna read all this. Oops. Okay, so I made an error. We want to accept that, obviously. Wow, I can't believe that. I'm such a new move. You can tell I'm a little rusty. It's not been that long. You know, like I said in the video that I did after the the Michael Schumacher comeback Singapore Grand Prix for 2010, F1 2010, I said that it would not be anywhere as long to wait for videos as last time, and it hasn't. There's been other circumstances, but it's been nowhere near as long, so that was the good thing. We've already done all this. Is there going to be like... I'm just going to double check it. No, we're good. Trigger effect on, so this game will use the adaptive triggers. I love the PlayStation 5 controller. Probably one of my favorite controllers ever. I'm not even joking. Yeah, I think we're all good. Let's just look at the controls. Just to kind of refresh my memory, because, you know, I'm dumb. Oh, there's a Vergil option. Doppelganger. Mirage Blade, which is different to guns, because Vergil doesn't have guns. Yeah, I think we're good. Shit, what else we got? Yeah, we're good. We have customized cutscenes, which is interesting. I might jump into that. Alright. The Man. The more efficient you are in battle, the more concentration you will gain. Missing attacks or aimless running will cause your concentration gauge to decrease. Keep cool in battle, observe, evade, and counter enemies to gain more concentration. So that sounds something new, because I don't remember the main characters having that. Well, Vergil is the main character, but you know what I mean. More refined gameplay rewarded with greater concentration. Yamato, time your judgment cuts or dodge enemy attacks with flawless timing via trick actions for a big boost to concentration. Yamato increased attack reach. I am going to read this because this is actually new. Relay stage charge attacks, increase hits for most damage. So it's basically a buff. Okay. We'll keep my eye on that. Oh! It's a cutscene, lads! Wasn't expecting this. Oh, it's
just a little longer.
Oh, I didn't have the subtitles on. Shit. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably not going to need it.
What is it? You hungry? Well, you're in luck.
Yeah, this is the cutscene where Nero's fixing the van and Vergil walks in.
You like loud talkers too, cause got a pair of those upstairs. You see something you like?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You a demon?
Nero, the food's getting cold.
Idiot! Get back inside now!
Give me that. Damn. My boy got messed up. So yeah, absolutely Vergil. Absolutely cool, dude. No, Yamato. Portal. Yeah, totally Vergil. We weren't slow about that, Capcom. I think the big surprise is actually what was revealed later.
It's nearly time.
So this must be the thing that V was telling Trish about. They got murked. Even in a weakened state, they get completely murked. So yeah, so this is the story V was telling Trish about. It must be.
I will.
Yeah, because he's like incredibly weak, yeah. If the cutscenes get common, then I will switch the subtitles back on. I completely forgot about the subtitles. I can't believe that. I'm rusty, guys, I'm rusty. I'm rusty by a few weeks. I mean, when we moved into the previous place, it was like 2-3 months before we were actually set up. It's my boy. I think, to be fair, that goes more than Nero, though. I just love Nero. Huge fanboy of Nero. Alright. Yeah! The Man! So yeah, this is pretty much... Yeah, this is the first mission that Nero's on, isn't he? So, yeah. So it's pretty much as expected. We're probably going to play the main story as Vergil. jump. See, I remember most of the kind of basic stuff like attack and. So how does the Mirage Blade work? Oh. So it basically is a gun. Mirage Blade is a new one. Oh no, it's not. He's had that before. Mirage Blade is basically the blades he had spinning around him as a bit of a shield in the Vergil boss fight. What else has he got? Gauntlets. And he's actually... Oh, he's got a Mirage... This is the Mirage Blade. So this is actually a secondary sword. I don't remember him having this. This is actually... So that's actually new. It seems like it gives him moves similar to Dante, which makes sense. Damn, you got murked. I don't even know what I did. Yeah, he's got the Yamato, the Gauntlets, and the Mirage Blade, which seems to give him moves similar to Dante. What's this? Yeah, it's similar to Dante. He's got the stinger like Dante. So Mirage Blade basically turns him into Dante. That's a nice familiar feeling, to be fair. You'll know what to do. I really need to get better at dodging. I was really not dodging that much in the main story. Get Mark. So yeah, it basically gives him a Dante combo. The hell is that? Green orbs. Nice. That's a pretty cool combo to do. I was gonna say, what am I doing? So yeah, it's gonna skip the cutscenes as well. Yep, spin move from DMC3. Ah, okay, so you hold triangle and it does the Judgment Cut move. Cool. So you pretty much have all the moves at your disposal. You'll have to obviously buy the added stuff. Thought I missed something. I don't actually remember where the majority of power-ups and things are, like orbs and stuff. Right. You fight the same bosses. Quite ironic considering the story now. So apparently, one thing I learned... Ow! One thing I learned later was that you can actually defeat Urizen roundabout now. And if you do, you get this secret that plays the credits. Oh god, I'm in slow motion. That plays the credits, but then goes, "Oh, this would have been the great outcome, but we got more story to tell." It's a bit like Batman Arkham City, where you can. When you're Selina and she takes all the takes the briefcases from was it Hugo Strange, and you actually get a choice to help Batman or not, and if you don't help Batman, it plays the credits and ends the game. So it's a bit like that. Yeah, so his double trigger's a doppelganger. I think he has a Steam Double Trigger already. Of course, Urizen does take a horrendous amount of hits, so it probably would take quite a long time to do this. And I'm not that good at this game, so I'm not gonna try too hard. Observe, I'm dead already, there you go. I think I had made barely a scratch. B rank suckage. Increases for most attacks. So Mirror Judge actually has increased hits. This is the customized screen. So let's do that. And we'll buy the speed. Buy the speed now. And all these other ones a lot. Can we buy? No, we're just off a blue orb, so we'll just buy the speed for now. Okay. And of course, you will probably notice that it's PS5 because the loading is significantly quicker than in the PS4 version. Each time needs to move at blinding speed. Oh, so that's what that was. It was like a teleport. Sweet. Ever the perfectionist, you will gain concentration whenever you successfully perform an air trick or evade an attack. Okay, so it's an air combo thing by the looks of it. I don't know why running would sap concentration though. Oh, I see that. Yeah, I see it. Oh yeah, so it is a teleport. White Oaks with Devil Trigger. Oops. Ow! That hurt. I think that killed the enemy though, so that's good news. Plus is on fire. I can't go that way, okay. So these stalks are mostly for green orbs. Nice. Pretty cool how like he has a teleport there. Is there something in the background or is that just scenery? Looks like scenery. Oh shucks. There you go. I'm dead. Oh, I thought it was a gold ore. One thing I did notice about DMC5 and not the main story, I'm not really sure if I mentioned it, but one thing that was really odd, I would say odd, is the amount of gold orbs the game gives you. They're quite plentiful. There's a blue one over there. I don't think I even saw this in the main story, so I'll remember that when going for my Son of Sparta run. Although I'm gonna hope I get to the end of Vergil's story. But then I can play with this game many times. So I'm not gonna complain, there's more time to play the game. The teleport's quite neat. Sweet. And the blue orbs are the health. It's quite ironic that it's playing Nero's theme, playing as Vergil. That's quite weird now. Oops. Ow. Why does that keep happening? And spin round and put the fire out. Damn it. That's twice that's happened. Alright, so. Get sliced, nerd. I'm gonna be trying to be more thorough, because I don't think I was really thorough enough in my main playthrough of the main story, so I didn't really pick up a lot of stuff. There's a Clyfog boss over there. So holding triangle gives you that move. Okay, good to know.
You're finished.
Devil Trigger gauge is level 3 or higher. You can summon Devil Clone that moves and attacks based on what you do. Okay. Normal, haste, or slow. So it works different to the other Devil Triggers. And he's got the Sin Devil Trigger. Can increase strength, defense, and movement speed, as well as add and enhance techniques. And yeah. Okay. Hold a V. R1 rotate once, circle. Unleash the power of Yamato to assume V's form. This ability heals on use and increases the chance you receive of green orbs. Really? Let's try that out. Let's not get hit, guaranteed. Oh, sick! That's hella damage. Huh! That's neat. That's a cool trick. I like that a lot. That is really neat. Oh shit. He getting hit. Ah, beat down. Devil Trigger messed him up. That World of V is a freaking neat trick. I like that a lot. That's a neat trick. I'll take that. Is really nice. I like what they did there. You know, because obviously part of V is him, so yeah. I like that. That's a neat trick. Okay. Let's get one of those now. And we'll also get a purple one now as well. Oops. Right. Trick dodge. That dodge is neat. Okay, so let's have a look. Trick down is obviously another dodge, a backward dodge. So his dodging is like really good. There is a block. Defend against enemy attacks. Preventing damage. Decreases the concentration gauge. If the gauge is level 2, you'll parry with finesse. Really? You can't learn. You can try it, but you can learn it. He does use the guard in the Vergil boss fight, so that makes sense. Sin Devil Trigger Dominator is active. Both the Sin Devil Trigger and Devil Trigger gauge will deplete at a slower rate. That makes sense. I've never really found much use for the enemy step, honestly. But that could be just me. Exprivatication. A special taunt only given to those who've paid a heavy price. Doesn't even like tell you to do it. Doesn't even tell you what it is.